As long as I can get
There,
into Unity, that's fine.
Yeah, should be able to. It's just they won't have any animation
Or
rigging.
Blender. Yeah, that's where mocap comes in. Also, I'm hungry. Have a bite.
oh,
You're gonna grab a
there
bite
is
size, or you're just gonna
a
bite your
site.
nearest person.
There is a site that I've seen where you can input a model. It'll automatically rig the model for you. I've seen it a couple of times when I'm looking at Blender tutorials, but I forgot what the site is.
And take those with a grain of salt.
No, it's the same site. It's actually like quite useful. It's legitimately like it's always the same site that I see. Actually, hold on. I could very quickly find it. I want, well, maybe not quickly, but I can find it.
You got time. Like we're not in a big screaming rush. Like we're all here. Except for Yakko who's died, but pish posh and all that. Like to be honest, there's a lot of this castle, so this is going to be a few sessions anyway. Which is fine because it gives him more time to figure out the next one, which I have sort of figured out, and I might even have some new surprises for this one, depending on how cheeky I feel like being.
You cheeky little fucker.
Oh, daddy. Anyway.
Rawr.
Rawr.
I need to close out quite a few tabs from where I was looking at things.
Oh, no, that's just a thick-ass piece of bologna. Okay.
Oh.
Did I hear bologna?
Bologna.
Yeah. Like the one slice of bologna that's thicker than the rest.
Ooh.
I love bologna.
That bologna's so thick.
So, cheese.
Cheese.
Damn it. I have to wait until Wednesday to get some more stuff.
Woof.
Woof, woof, woof. I was just looking at a pattern for Scooby. My mom loves Scooby-Doo.
I mean, Scooby-Doo is like the poster child for spooky themed without actually being scary. I love it.
I am on the fence about the new that Velma show.
Oh, yeah.
She was already an established character. Why the fuck would they do that to those characters?
No. Here's the thing. It doesn't have Scooby-Doo in it, so I also think it's just a fever dream.
Well, that too. But like,
I can't.
why would they do that? Especially to my favorite character, no less.
What the fuck is this?
It's the Gladiator 5E class.
Okay. Is this what...
Remember how you said you couldn't find the unarmored defense area? It says it right there.
The unarmored defense is supposed to be for, if it's a gladiator. Gladiators and monks usually don't have armor. So they be
and that's what my character
dodgy boys.
Dodgy boys.
Yes.
Them just the dodgy boys.
Or did you forget that my character was that?
Okay, character was what?
Rawr, Gladiator.
Ah. I did in fact forget that your character was a gladiator. I'm just bad at this. Leave me alone.
I know, but it says your armor is 14 plus dexterity, so rawr.
So I can imagine. So for the one shot, I can imagine everyone's going to be students except for Cherry. Yes, he's going to be a 40-year-old Karen.
The way God intended.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh dear, I could agree with
that. So now Cherry has two characters to think up of.
Yeah. This can only go well, right?
It can only go well done.
Oh, dirty my.
I'm also looking up names for like a couple like backup characters. Well, like the background characters.
Seems reasonable.
So far, I have a couple of girl names. Now I just need
names, like.
So now I'm currently looking at boy names.
Nice.
Like the names I went for are for like supposedly really uncommon names.
Oh, I.
So what are we waiting on?
Gate, who I assume is still making a sandwich.
Stupid Gates and the sandwiches.
The sandwich.
Ah, right. So you're back. You're presently just consuming the sandwich.
All I heard was game muffles.
Well, I'm used to deciphering a bunch of unintelligible stuff. I'm used to this due to my fiance.
Now to get some water.
You get that water. You did good.
Go get the water, and then let me know when you're back, and then we can continue with the shenanigans.
Yes, indeed.
Let's see. Today's Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. Work tomorrow. Off Friday.
Nice.
And next week I am off Monday and Friday.
Very nice. Ugh. I think I might be coming down with a bit of a cold, like.
I really need to move some of my stuff out of here.
Oh yay!
Out of my
I'm
room.
off Halloween Day.
Or at the very least, move it somewhere else because I can't get into one of my drawers for my clothes.
What?
Okay.
Hey,
Anyways, I'm pretty much as ready as I'll ever be. Oh wait, I was closing down stuff and I forgot about that.
To answer your question, Roz, no, I'm not off tomorrow.
What time do you go in?
I go in at 9, get off at 7.
I mean, most would say you shouldn't be getting off of work at all, but you do you, friend.
That's really corporate.
Hey, Lamau.
Right.
Yeah. Also, while we're getting the last few bits sorted, like you know, like OBS or whatever, I am actually adding stuff to the map to because I've got updated character models because I've been fanning about with Hero Forge a lot more lately. Which means almost nothing because you can barely see them on the map anyway. But it makes me feel better, and that's the only thing I need to worry about.
Rar.
Yes. Rare indeed. Besides, I've made the like some of the bits from last time we tried to do this map like a lot better. Like I was terrible at making, like, for example, the mushroom people.
They're fun.
They were fun. Yeah, I've made them look better now. There we go. That's all of them sorted like. Oh, also, Gay, don't worry about anything about mushroom people.
Why?
You're not gay, shut up.
Remember the spider people?
What spider people?
Crab.
Spider person.
No. Spider people don't exist. Also, wow, spoilers much, asshole.
You weren't that deep into it last time. I just remember the person being fucking horrified due to something Zoraka did.
What did I do?
We don't remember. Anyway, so speaking of Zoraka, yeah, so it's so that moves up towards you, and this moves up towards you. That's their turn, and they roll to hit. They roll to give you a little smack with their sort of swords. Slash roll. Does a 7 hit?
No.
Cool. Does a 12 or a 6 hit?
No.
Which makes 18.
Well, no, it says 18, so I was just trying to roll a bunch of d20s. Get off my ass. Okay. Cool, they don't hit you. Right, cool. But, Doriel, roll me a perception check.
A perception check? Alright, hold on. I need to bring up my character sheet.
Yeah, sure.
Bring out the porno sheet.
So you've also seen the compromising pictures of Doriel.
No.
How do you think that fine noble woman ended up being a fine noble woman? You know, gotta make that money while you can.
Okay.
It all depends. Are you talking about the last campaign where, you know, or what?
No, in fact, that's
campaign where you're involved.
The 9 is worse than my passive.
Right. The only thing you hear is the thud of Yakko passing out and sort of slamming onto the stone floor.
Then I better hurry.
So what would you like to do in this room?
I am currently looking around, like, in the room. I am pretty sure I can see the big ass tent.
Okay. So, yeah, like you see the big tent set up. It looks like a campsite that's not been used in a while. Like there's cobwebs, and dust, some papers and cards strewn about the place. There's there's a scabbard thing for a torch that's still stone cold and burnt out. Like this place looks abandoned, all things considered. You see a couple of abandoned bedrolls and yeah, the big tent, but you don't see anything too untoward at the moment.
I cautiously go towards the tent, mainly because of traps. So
Okay. As you approach the table, you see that there are a few sort of scant pieces of parchment and letters strewn about. A lot of which sort of look like they look like research papers, you know, fairly dry reports and some, some waffle about spiders or whatever. It doesn't seem too terribly interesting. You rolled 9 perception, so I'm rolling with it. But, yeah, it's definitely there. Okay, yeah. Since the turn's meant to be 6 seconds, I imagine that you're being cautious. Would that be your turn? Would that be fair to say?
I am currently going towards the tent, yes. So
Yeah, okay. We'll leave you there for now, and we'll get back to you for your next turn, okay?
Yep.
So, Yakko, what are you doing? Oh, wait. Wait, why is... right, yeah. And then, yeah, because this guy animated last in this, that means he goes last, and then we actually do the turn order properly. So, you're standing over him, sword embedded into the ground, and he sort of gets up and lurches forward, sort of sword raised. But. What do you unrecognized command?
Hello everyone,
Fuck
Dicko
off.
here with another kick-ass walkthrough.
There we go. Oh, I'm going to imagine a 3 doesn't hit.
Yeah, if it's going against my armor, it's not going to hit.
Jolly good. Right, so now we're going to quickly do by descending. So, Gate, what are you doing on your turn?
Let's see. I'm trying to figure out. I want to try to dislodge my blade out of the ground and hit the bag of bones.
Okay, roll me a strength check to see if you get your sword free. Okay, you give it a good solid yank, and the stone crumbles around it, and you have your sword out again.
All right.
Okay, so the other bit you wanted to do is you wanted to attempt to hit the poor fucker, yes?
Yep. In the same motion.
Right, describe it.
So I got pissed off enough to where I just, well, shit. I don't know how to explain this one.
All right.
I literally just yanked my sword up and sliced towards the bag of bones.
Yeah, that works. Okay. Cool. Roll to hit. 7. That does not hit. So you sort of you swing at them, but because you just yanked your sword out, you're slightly off balance and you swung a bit wide.
Now that's a D10, right?
No, you're rolling to hit, not rolling damage.
Oh, hold up.
Yeah, sure.
I found that site.
I was getting that confused.
What is it?
That's a 10.
Right, 10.
I ate a salad earlier, but tastes a whole damn bag.
Yeah, I noticed.
Whole damn bag. Right, a 10. Right, so you swing at the skeleton, and it just about manages to move its head out the way as you slice through the area where its head was. Just about managed to dodge it. Is there anything else you'd like to do? Like bonus actions or anything?
Oh, that was just my movement?
Oh yeah, you still have your movement if you'd like.
Wait, well, what do I have of...
Right, you've used your main action, and that was presumably to try and beat the shit out of them, and that didn't work. So your bonus action, there's a few things you could do. Like, just think of something like that doesn't feel like a main action, and they'll probably allow it. So do you want to try and grapple? Do you want to try and move away? Do you want to...
Can I grab... Or actually, you know what? Can I use my tail?
Use your tail to do what?
To hit the fucker.
Sure, roll to hit. I'm afraid it doesn't hit. Do you want to describe it? What would the movement be?
I literally do a 360 spin with my tail extended out. Try to hit it inside.
I can only imagine a big blue wolf-looking creature do a ballerina spin.
I
can imagine it.
Very classic pirouette. Unfortunately, it misses. Sort of skeleton manages to sort of just move out the way in time. So that didn't quite work out as well as it could have. But hey, you're definitely letting it know that it shouldn't come near you. Zaraka.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
Well,
You got these 3 big armor guys just bearing down on you. Actually, what's your passive perception?
Passive is 11.
11. Okay, so as they approach you, you notice that they all seem to have some amount of arrows sticking out of them, and sort of in the gaps in the armor you can see straw, and you sort of realize that these are supposed to be training dummies. So you sort of get the idea that there must be a way to turn them off again.
Okay. In that case, the center one, I am going to use Firebolt.
You are going to use Firebolt. Is this one of those spells where you have to roll to see if it hits?
It's one of those where I forgot. Let me look at it. Let me look at the information on it because I don't remember.
Yeah, neither do I. That's why I'm double checking.
I know that I don't remember. I know,
you know
that
you don't remember. Thanks.
Yeah.
Very helpful.
You're welcome. I know there's one that doesn't take a spell slot.
Okay.
That's all I know.
Okay, in that case, we'll just sort of say you have to roll to hit. Describe how it looks.
It has a purplish hue to it.
Okay, and so as long as you put your hand out and then it comes out of your hand at them.
Yeah.
Okay, roll a d20 to see if it hits with whatever modifiers you have available.
Wait, I was supposed to use modifiers in my rolls?
Did you have a well, yeah.
Fuck. I'll remember that for next time.
Isn't shit. Right, okay. So yeah, so I think
So
it's usually
12
plus
to
2
hit.
or so 12 to hit. I'm gonna say you do it with advantage because it's made out of fucking straw. It hits. So so yeah, your firebolt flies true. It hits right in the chest, and hang on a moment. Yep, it glances off the chest, and some of the embers of said firebolt catch on the straw that's inside the armor, and it goes up in a pillar of flame, and it doesn't stop moving. So you now have what the middle one is now on fire, but is still coming at you.
Is it gonna be like a zombie in Minecraft where if you get hit by a zombie on fire, you take fire damage as well?
Oh, we'll have to find out, won't we?
Sorry. Oh, sorry, I just realized my strength saving throws can be used as my hit as well, since it's a d20 plus my modifier.
Ah, so you did what the cool kids call a bit of a fucky wucky. Would that be a fairly accurate summation?
Pretty much.
Okay.
So I'll
Right,
use
okay.
that from now on.
Okay, that's fine. Nah, sorry, it's just I could go back and go, oh yeah, you actually hit them, but that's also
I'm
like
I'm,
I'm
I'm
not
going to
doing
take
that.
the L on that.
Yeah, like you just got in there, like you tried to swing, didn't quite work. Skeleton sort of knew you were coming. You didn't realize they were going to get up. So I'm going to say that was just like first turn jitters or something. Okay.
Okay.
Right, Zaraka, is there anything else in your turn you want to do? Any bonus actions or whatnot that you would like to utilize? Sorry?
Anything that I can
Hello?
use on a bonus turn. Rawr.
Sorry?
I don't have anything I can use as a bonus turn, so no. That's it.
Okie dokie. Right, in that case, it is the jailer skeleton's turn. Right, so it's seen you very much interested in hitting the shit out of it, and it's going to make some kind of attempt to poke you with a sword. So it hefts this broken executioner's sword above its head and brings it down upon you. Boom, 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 boom. Does 11 hit?
I have a armor class of 14.
So that's a no. Okay, so it tries to bring it down upon you, but because the executioner's sword is broken, trying to actually gauge its length is proving very difficult, and it sort of swipes right by your snout and sort of crashes against the floor, sort of in a very loud and over exuberant bang.
Dang.
And you also notice that after that, it sort of realizes that it didn't hit, and it moves in front of one particular jail cell. What's your passive perception? Gabe,
12.
what's your passive perception? 12. Okay. So from inside the cell, you hear sort of a meek voice. Ah, yeah, get him! Get him! Get him! I want to be free! And you hear one of the
What?
skeleton. You hear one of the skeletons actually in the cell, sort of whooping and cheering for you as the jailer is getting his shit ruined.
Alright, I was reading what that was supposed to be. Don't worry about that.
Sure.
Oh,
Okay.
prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation.
That is such a fucking hard word to say.
Thank you.
Yep. Right, so that's the jailer done. Next up is
Fine, I'll just
this
do
guy.
it this way.
Oh, fuck you. Man. Anyway, so yeah, armor guy comes around here, sort of
adhesive,
in an
and
attempt
it's
to
been
flank
over
you.
years, not years, but months.
What? What was that?
Roz?
Roz, you there?
Fire.
Right. What's going on?
My mom asked me a question, that's all.
Well, I didn't hear the question.
Why did the blinds fall from the window?
Why did the blinds fall from the window?
Because they were temporary blinds and they have adhesive on the top, and it's been up there for at least 11 months and it fell down.
Oh,
It
right,
took
okay,
11 months for the adhesive to finally say, fuck it, I'm done.
Yep.
Okay, I thought it was like the setup to some shit joke, but as it turns out, I am the joke.
Yep.
Or it turns out the blinds were the joke.
Both were.
Yeah. Oh, dearie my. Is that going to cause a problem for you, or do you reckon you'll be alright?
No, I'm okay. It was just a question.
Yeah, fair. I mean, you know, worst comes to worst, oh no, people can see it and just start fucking helicoptering the girl dick, and then people will, you know, either be intimidated or you'll be fine.
Fire.
Yes, or something like that. I don't know. Sorry. Anyway, so they're attempting a flanking maneuver. They're going to try and jab you with their sort of training sword.
I don't think a flint is ever going to hit.
Okay, so it tries to jab at you, but it seems to have managed to sort of jab under your arm and accidentally jabs this one here. The tip of its training sword is now a little bit on fire. You know, like you do.
Yeah.
Right. Next up is the guy that you set on fire, speaking of which. Hang on a moment. Search. Roll 1d4. Okay, it takes 1 fire damage. Okay.
You're running a lot of ones today.
Yeah, I'm noticing this is kind of cringe, but there we go. Anyway, so it's so it now sees that you've set it on fire, and it is mad. It raises its sword high and sort of tries to bring it down hard down on you. Wow, these are 4 hits per chance.
No.
Okay, it brings its sword down hard, and it glances off of part of your armor. So anyway, its friend now tries to have a better go at it. It moves into position sort of to your side, and also attempts to smack you one. And
it does a tad bit better.
Also misses. Hang on. Okay. It does occasionally roll good. Okay. So it's just being a wanker. Right, sure. Okay, that seems like some bullshit, but we'll allow it.
Except if you look at it, it's averaged about a 1d10 as an average. So
yeah,
I don't know if you're that good.
No, 1d10's about average, isn't it?
Hold on. I want to do that now.
I'm not going to push my luck.
Fair enough.
All right. Okay.
You're rolling better than me, you ass. Oh my god, so many nat 20s in that fuck.
That's gonna bite me in the ass. We all know it will.
At least I roll better than Grumpy.
Anyway, Doriel, roll me perception.
Roll you perception again. Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
I didn't go down far enough and accidentally scrolled my thing.
Please don't roll 100 d20 for your fucking perception.
Nope. There we go.
Okay, right. from one of the other rooms, you hear the distinct sound of swords clashing and armor taking blows. You now realize that there are fights going on in other parts of the castle.
All right then. I quickly go towards the tent and I grab the tent.
You grab the
tent.
tent.
Yes.
I thought you said tit.
Okay.
Of course, I'm
as
so
you
cautious, but like.
Yeah, as you grab the tent, you notice that you don't notice initially, but you notice as it approaches you, is that someone is approaching up behind you, and yeah, they attempt to grapple you.
Attempt to grapple? Alright.
They attempt to grapple, but they can't seem to get a good grip on you as you presumably turn around to face them.
I swing my arm.
Okay, fair enough. Hang on a moment. They have what is it? +1, so that's 11. Cool. Like that later. Right. So you attempt to swing your arm.
Yeah,
roll to see
my free arm, so...
Is that to try and sort of get some distance between you and them?
If it misses, it misses, but it is to get him away from me.
Okay, cool.
So,
right, so roll, just roll to see if you hit to make that work.
Jesus.
Fucking hell. Yes, you do. Okay. So you swing your arm wide, and they get knocked back, and they slam against the wall. And then you get a better look at what's just pounced out at you. And it looks like, well, it's a bit strange, because it's sort of a scholarly looking person, sort of draped in robes, sort of with a quill in one hand, but it's not standing like anything that's as composed as a scholar would be. In fact, it's sort of hunched over, it's sort of on all fours, and is looking at you with a slavering mouth.
As for my bonus action, I reach for my axe, still holding on to the cloth that I just grabbed.
Yep, okay. Well done, you now have your axe.
And that would be my turn.
Cool.
Because I moved, I grabbed, and I attacked, so...
Yeah. And in the world of Yakko, fuck all's going on. Right, hang on, Gabe, before you start doing your turn. There we go, we now have the right turn order. Cool, Gabe, what are you doing?
Let's see, how far is this guy from me?
Still 5 feet.
5 feet? In
Yeah,
arm's
5 feet.
reach?
Yeah. Like, it's still right next to you. It's just that it's diagonal now, which is still 5 feet because the grid system is dumb.
Right, I'm going to grapple.
You're going to grapple him. Cool.
Yep.
Roll strength to see if you grapple. Never mind, strength. I was up. Is the 5 in brackets your +5? Cool. So you grab onto them with your big old fluffy arms, and well done. You have now grappled the bugger, and it's sort of struggling against you, sort of making some quite unhappy skeleton noises.
Well, I have a very pissed off look on my face and let out a bestial growl as I stab it in the back through the front.
You stab it in the back through the front. Roll to hit with advantage. Because you got that thicker grappled like.
23.
Yep. So you plunge your sword in, and it sort of breaks through the rusted chest plate, and you feel it sort of go between ribs, breaking a couple as it bursts out of its back. And it roll for damage, please. What did you roll for damage?
That's 1624 when I hit
No.
this blade.
No. For honest
That's not
damage,
damage.
you do not deal 1d20 damage. I believe we agreed it was 1d6 or 1d8.
Okay.
The whole thing with the whole damage thing on there is not working correctly, so you have to do it manually.
Hold on, I'm just gonna roll mine.
1d8
My attack.
Plus
And
7.
my damage. Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think, yeah, definitely, the damage thing is
On the
weird.
Wait, plus 7?
Yes, you have it on there 1d8 plus 7 freeze.
Bloody hell, hang on a moment, I need to double check this. Right, hang on. Sorry, no, it's much. Wrist blades.
What are you attacking with?
There's wrist blade thingies. Oh, yeah, sorry, no. Early advantage, but they don't upgrade as you level up. Okay, cool, that's fine.
Yeah,
Is it-
and with the abilities, when you roll a 1 or 2 on damage die of attack, you make with a melee weapon that you are wielding, you can re-roll the dice and must use the re-roll, even if the new roll is a 1 or a 2. Can I go ahead and do that?
Hang on. I believe that's if you're hefting it as a two-handed weapon.
You didn't specify when I put that in there.
Well, but that's because I didn't know anything about warriors, but... No, it says it there. When you roll 1 or 2 on a damage die for an attack you make with a melee weapon that you... Oh. Yeah, because the book says two-handed.
How to fix that issue. When you,
how?
have your, damage in it, it does both the attack and the damage together. Which is really fucking weird that it does that.
That is fucking cringe.
So what? Whenever you do the damage type or what? That's weird. It doesn't even show your actual damage. So which one did you do?
Oh,
Did you click on the name, the attack, or the damage type?
I clicked on attack because that's the D20. However, I do feel like damage / type should definitely not be the case. It should roll something different.
Yeah, because whenever I press on the firebolt for attack, it does that. It gives me 1d20.
Yeah, that seems like something that has to be edited in the attributes and abilities.
That's a problem with Roll20, not a problem with whatever any of you are doing.
Anyway, so do I use that ability or do I not? Since we never got our weapons from that one guy and I only have my wrist blades.
Yeah,
that is weird. This is really weird.
I think your wrist blades will be considered a one-handed weapon unless you like use both at once or something. So I don't think you re-roll that one.
And should I go ahead and make that edit to the thing? Because it just says make with a melee weapon.
Yeah, I think you should quickly specify that it's meant to be two-handed because I've got the book in front of me, and it says specifically for a two-handed weapon. I think that was a misunderstanding on my part, and it's just, yeah. Sorry about that. We shall figure out the details of it sometime before the next session, if that's alright with you, because...
I made the edit.
Thank you very much. So yeah, so you deal 8 damage to it, so yeah, you broke a few ribs. You basically, if it had guts, you would have fucking messed them up. But thankfully it is a skeleton, so I don't have to worry about that sort of gory bullshit. It is not best pleased by being impaled, and it is in fact a little bit knocked off with you, I'm sorry to say.
As I am with it.
Jolly good. Anything else you'd like to do? I think that's your turn.
If it is, it is. I was going to do one other thing, but if
what
I don't have it anymore... Oh, because I was grabbing, I was just going to start pulling it either up or down with the blade inside of it.
Oh, I see. Okay, so you want to do Ring Around the Rosie with it.
Oh, like where am I grabbing it, by the way? Like, am I grabbing it?
I thought it was like in a big bear hug thing, but then you managed to stab it, so I think it's sort of, you just got it hefted in one arm, sort of in a basically a chokehold.
Also, I got it. Wait, so do I have my hand around its neck?
Yeah, sort of hand around its neck. The other one is sort of holding the sword that's currently inside it.
All right. Can I pull them opposite of each other, like one going up, one going down, kind of motion?
Sorry, I don't understand what you're trying to do.
I'm trying to rip this thing in two.
Roll me a strength check with disadvantage.
This is not Mortal Kombat.
Did it not go through? There it is.
21 and 20. Okay. So, so I imagine you sort of trying to pull down with the sword arm and then trying to use the other arm to sort of pull it up. Yes.
Yeah, kind of like you're taking a sausage and pulling it apart.
Well, whatever you do with your sausage is entirely your business. Anyway.
Over masturbation.
So you retch down and up with your arms, and you feel a couple of its vertebrae sort of click loose, but it doesn't quite rip in half yet. This isn't Mortal fucking Kombat, matey. But it does not seem best pleased with that. Like it does not appreciate the amateur chiropractic. Anyway, Zaraka.
Yeah.
So you still have the burning boy in front of you, a not burning boy to your right, and nearly behind you is the third guy who has a sword that's a little bit on fire. What would you like to do with this information?
I am going to use my attack to attack this guy using my Zesty Fist.
Using your what?
Pretty much, it's like a fist that's wrapped in bandages called a Zesty.
Your Zesty Fist.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, roll
Because
to hit.
I'm a gladiator that uses my fists, not weaponry.
Oh, yeah, of course, of course. Okay, so you just want to give him a good fisting.
Yeah.
Ooh, mummy. Right, roll to hit then. Right, 19. Okay, right. So, you sort of describe it.
Pretty much, just swing my fist back just a hair, and then forward underneath the mask or the helmet, whatever they're using, as if I would be knocking somebody's jaw upwards. I'm almost attempting to bust out the entire head off the shoulders.
So you're trying to uppercut this motherfucker.
Except it is not really an uppercut from below. It is kind of like from head on, like straight head on.
I think we just call that a punch.
Yeah, but with enough force to maybe push the head backwards.
Right. Okay. 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 So, cool. As you do that, the target dummy is sort of knocked back. It stumbles. Its helmet is knocked askew, so you can see more of the straw burning away inside it, but it is still standing. Roll, roll damage, please. 2d6 plus 5, so you got 9. Okay, yeah. You also see from the helmet that there is a almighty dent in it, but it's not dead. It is fairly beat up, but the fucker ain't dead yet.
Okay, I just found out that as a bonus thing, I can use fire aura, so I'm gonna put these other two right next to me on fire. Because
Do
I
you have?
can use it for any enemy that is within 5 feet of me.
And there are 2 of them. Okay. Do you have to roll to hit that?
No, it's instant if they're right next to me for fire aura, and they take 1d6 1d6 damage.
1d6 each. Okay. 2d. Sorry. Slash roll. 2d6. Left one is the guy to your right. The right then. Sorry. First d6 for the guy on your right. The second one's for the one behind you. Cool. So they're now both sort of. You can sort of like the room that you're in is now sort of filled with smoke from the hay and the straw that is now burning inside these dummies.
Yeah, it's good for me because I also have fire resistance.
I mean, sure, you got fire resistance, but I will just say that the room does seem to be filling up quite heavily with smoke from these 3 basically funeral pyres you've got going on around you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like how I like it.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
At
Cool.
least I can say that if nobody notices there's something wrong in this room, they're completely ones.
Fucking hell. Okay. Right. It is the jailer's turn. But they're currently grappled and hang on, so they got to roll a
Impaled.
strength. Yes, they got to roll a strength check with disadvantage to see if they can get out. So that's 12. So I don't know how to roll disadvantage for things that don't have stat sheets, but okay, 12. Gate, what is your strength modifier? Or sorry, your strength stat?
1 second. 16.
Okay. So they are not. So they struggle and struggle, and they're sort of they're using their free hand to impotently sort of smack at your arm, trying to get you to stop, but they're stuck in place. They can't do anything. But with the hand that has a sword, they sort of flip it over in the hand and attempt to plunge it into you. Slash roll.
Sounds kinky.
Everything sounds kinky to you. Shut the fuck up. Does an 18 or a 10 hit? Actually, no, it's disadvantage. Does a 10 hit?
No.
Okay, so they try and stab into you, but they hit some of the metallic components, and it doesn't quite penetrate. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Right. Now we go back to the sort of the robed creature as they wind up and they endeavor to pounce at you, Doriel.
He pounces on, tries to pounce.
Yep. Does a 7 hit?
No. I just gotta take a side stuff out of the way.
Okay. As you do that, it sails sort of right past you and it goes on and is now against the other wall. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's how you use that.
Right, it is now the dummies. They're gonna smack. They're all sort of around you, so
Yeah.
let's just make this a little bit quicker. They all attempt to smack you. Fuck off! Is that?
Ignore what I'm doing here. I'm testing something.
Understood. Right. Does a 19 hit? Sorry, does a 9 hit? Does a 1 hit? And does an 18 hit?
Talking to Mirror Gate.
Useraka.
No.
What, an 18 doesn't hit?
My armor class is 19.
What the fuck? You're up. Bullshit. How the fuck is your armor class?
An armor defense is 14 plus dexterity, and my dexterity is 5. That's 19.
Holy fucking shit. Right.
I had to take chainmail armor because I was originally going to go for something else. But you said I couldn't have something that high, so...
Yes.
That's a gladiator for you, though.
Yeah, I'm going by the rules now.
Oh, I think I know why it's putting 20 in this.
How the fuck are your stats fucking 220? Sorry, a 20 and 28. Bloody hell. Okay. Right, I didn't realize things were quite this nutty.
Some of them is because of class, and some is because of racial benefits.
Okay. You say you got fire resistance, right?
Yeah.
That's not fire immunity.
Nope. It says hellish resistance, and it says I'm resistant against fire damage.
Okay, hang on a moment. You can take 2 and 2 and 1 fire damage. So 5.
Okay.
From the fact that you're basically surrounded by 3 burning fucking bodies.
So, what is my strength die?
What do you mean? When you say your strength die, what do you mean?
When I roll for strength, what do we use? Like, and this is a global thing, like for everyone here. What does everyone use for their strength?
Right, so for everyone, whenever you do some kind of strength check or any sort of check, you roll 1d20.
Okay, I see where the d20 is coming in.
Okay.
So let me just say this: it's if you click on the gear next to your weapon, where it says attack, it's strength plus something plus proficiency, range 5 feet. Damage is 1d8 plus strength plus 4
In your
type
case.
freeze. Yeah,
In your
with
case.
a 2. That is what's being calculated every time I click on my wrist blade. So that's actually what we're doing, is using our strength plus our weapons to attack.
Oh, no. The strength plus is just a passive that you get based on how high your strength is.
No, that's how it's doing the calculations on
Yeah.
the damage.
Which is
It's
why
doing
it's
the
fucking weird and it
calculations.
shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
So you
It's
take
doing
you
the
just
calculations as a 1d20 whenever it's not supposed to be 20.
you take off the attack.
Which
Okay.
yeah, I really
do you
don't
mean
think
you
it
take
it
off the
should be
attack?
like an automatic thing. If you click on the section where it says attack, that should be its own separate compared to damage/type. Those should be like 2 completely different things. But
It does it all in one.
yeah,
Does it
which
all in
is
what you're
one?
really
saying
fucking
is-
stupid.
So what you're saying is make 2 things for the weapons. One for the attack specific and one for the weapons damage?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Oh, yeah, I'm too tired to deal with this bullshit. Right, so. Cool. So yeah, Zaraka, bam bam bam, you're now sort of you've had some fire things go on. Quick thing before Doriel's turn. Zaraka, roll me Constitution with advantage.
Constitution with
con.
advantage?
Yeah.
I assume you would just click on your Constitution save.
Yeah,
Okay,
that is
that's okay. That's fine for now. Doriel, your turn.
I swing at Adam.
Okay. You swing at the robed person. Cool. Roll to hit.
Clearly, if it's gonna attack me first, I'm going to attack second, or I'm gonna attack then. I completely just changed it to where yeah.
You'll be, I imagine, relatively unsurprised to learn that 17 in fact hits.
Yep.
So, describe it.
I instinctively swing after stepping out of the way. Because I just got attacked. So
You deal 7 to him.
yes. And since I'm using it with one hand, it's a D8 instead of a D6, which is, or D10, which is if I was doubling, or if I was two-handing it, so.
Oh, hang on, how is it bigger when you're one-handing it?
No. One-handing is a D8. When I two-hand the weapon, it's a D10. I completely I completely said it. I tried to fix it, but I guess that didn't work. But yeah.
Chill. Okay, cool. That's fine. Cool. So.
And when I do it, I scream, "What the hell!"
What the hell?
Right. So your axe. So you swing with your axe, and it sort of embeds itself in the person's side, and they screech out in pain. But it's not like a. It doesn't sound human. Like it's more like a sort of primal hiss of pain.
And for my movement, I back up.
Reasonable. Okay. Cool.
Still holding on to it.
Yeah, that's Yakko's turn. Gate, your turn.
And let's see. Oh, I let out a very pissed off growl and I pull harder.
You pull harder trying to rip them in half.
Yep, because my blade is still in it and it's still doing its breezy blade thing.
Roll me strength. Okay. So you're trying to pull this fucker apart, and it's just not budging. There was the initial click of some vertebrae clicking out, but as far as you can tell, you basically just straightened up its back again. It does not look like it's going to be pulling apart anytime soon, but it is getting very, very, very annoyed that you're trying to pull its fucking head off.
All right,
So
I'll kick it.
how are you going to kick it? You're holding it with two hands.
I was gonna let go with one hand and kick with the leg.
Okay, so right, hang on. So you got your sword embedded in its chest, and you're
Yep.
sort of holding it at arm's length, trying to kick it.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick it up.
You're gonna kick it up when it's got your sword. Okay. Roll to hit.
We never did that. I don't.
What do you mean?
What is the? Is it just a D10 again?
No. As in roll to see if.
So strength.
Actually, no. That one would hit. Yeah. Roll damage with right. If you're kicking, I believe, unless your character sheet says anything to the contrary, your kick is I'm just going to treat as improvised weapons, so it would be 1d4 plus strength.
1d4 plus
Plus 3 in this
3.
case. Yeah.
Nice roll.
Very nice. Okay, so you sort of hold it out at arm's length and just start kicking it with your foot. And you see some dents come up on its armor, and you hear sort of whatever the sort of undead equivalent of ow, 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 ow. And you just keep kicking it. It's sort of like it's covered in dents now. Like its armor is rusted and shit, and it is fucked. If
I
you
let out
forgive
a
the
chuckle.
technical jargon. Yeah, you basically have a fucking rattle now. Right, Zaraka, what's going on with
Yeah.
you?
Oh, nothing much. Nothing too bad. How about you?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty alright. A little bit tired, but we'll live. Do me a favor, quick. Could you please roll me Constitution with advantage? Let's say. Yeah. Okay. Carry on with the turn.
Okay. I'm gonna do the cestine again with this guy in front again.
You're gonna do what?
Use the cestines again on the guy in
Alright, yeah.
front.
You're gonna give him a something good fisting.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, roll to fisting. Sorry, roll to fist.
That's a nat 20.
That's a fucking nat 20. Okay. Describe it for me.
This time with his helmet gone, I pretty much go straight for his throat and try to fist right through his throat. Even though it's training dummy, it's what my training is for.
Roll your
so you're,
damage.
so you're pretty much trying to punch it downwards into the body where the throat is, right?
Pretty much. One of the techniques of Gladiator is that if you inhibit the opponent's ability to cause any type of uh, distractions, whatever, or ask for help, destroying or punching the Adam's apple is one way to kind of not only incapacitate the opponent, but reduce the chance of them calling for help. And she's going by her training.
Taraka,
Yeah,
they're made of fucking straw.
I
What
know,
Adam's
but
apple?
-1 and -1 to intelligence and wisdom. What do you think is going on with her mind?
Good
She's
point, good
going by
point.
she's going by bodily reflexes.
Okay. Roll damage, please. Okay. So, you attempt to sort of punch through their throat. Right, so your fist connects with it. You and a bunch of the bunch of the straws inside catches fire as basically you sort of punch a bunch of air down, and it's sort of gouting flame. And as you sort of punch through, you feel like a solid object in there. And as you punch through, you notice that you've punched out an entire apple from the inside of their throat.
She looks at it and is like, "They have apples?"
It's quite literally an Adam's apple in this case. Yeah, and it's sort of engulfed in flame. It takes
Caramelized apples.
basically it takes another 1 damage on top of that. So yeah, it is not having a good day at all. It is sort of it's set on fire. It's fucking mad, and it's not a good day for it at all. I'm keeping track of this, by the way. Don't worry, these things are just tanky as fuck. Right. Is that everything else? Do you want to do anything else in your turn?
Nope, that's it.
Cool. So we go on to the jailer, who is still not having a good time of it. Roll 1d20. Your strength is 16, so it struggles again against against being kicked and stabbed and punched, and it is not able to break free, but it does now attempt to sort of to stab you again. Now it has the opportunity. It's going to try and stab you in the chest. Roll and strength is that. Does 15 get through your armor class?
Once it does.
Ooh. Okay, so the stubby little broken executioner's sword has quite a jagged edge on the end of it, and as it plunges forward, more out of desperation than anything else, it embeds itself in your chest. And it deals 5 damage to you.
I can imagine the spectator, be like, "Ooh, that's gotta hurt."
Ooh, in the chest.
I just imagine it in the background, just making commentaries like it's some kind of show.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, he's enjoying himself. It's sort of hopping in place like a giddy schoolboy or whatever.
Look down. I look back at really.
As if to make the point, it tries to sort of shove the sword in more to sort of elicit some kind of reaction beyond really. Stabby, stabby, stabby.
Oh no, I'm just staring at it now.
Yeah,
Unmoving.
reasonable. Well, that was its turn, so you can just sit there staring at each other for a while. Right, so this thing, it turns around to face you, Doriel, sort of wheeling, and it attempts to try and jump on you again. What's your armor class?
16.
Okay, it attempts to jump at you, but it got the angle quite wrong because it was because it wheeled a bit, and it sort of jumps over the table instead, sort of whizzing by your shoulder, and it sort of it wheels around a bit early, sort of bracing itself against the wall. It's getting its iron. You get the idea. It's gonna be a lot easier for it to hit you now because now it's actually got an idea what it's doing. Okay.
I just imagined it when he launched at me and went over the table. I just imagined him face planting into the wall.
Something like that. I think it might be easier to just think of it more like
No, how I imagined it when he hit the wall is you know how the scorpion looks when people like just face plant into the ground and their body just and then initially like just does that flip.
Oh yeah, I get you.
That's what I imagined.
I think it's meant to be more sort of a similar vibe to the hunters from Left 4 Dead 2. Have you ever played Left 4 Dead 2?
I have not, but I have seen Left 4 Dead 2.
Okay, so like that, it sort of tries to jump on you like that. It's just that it's not very good at what it's doing. It's trying its best, bless it.
Rawr.
Rare indeed. Is this session okay so far, by the way?
Yes.
So far, yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Rawr.
Right. So now it's these three chuckle fucks. Hang on a moment. / roll 1d. Actually, do 3d4. So 1 takes 4, 1 takes 3, 1 takes 2. Okay, the one that you've been wailing on is really fucking struggling. It sort of falls to one knee. One of its arms sort of finally burns off as the straw holding it just becomes vestigial ash. And it sort of clanks to the floor. Its other arm is still holding its sword, and it attempts to sort of wildly swing at you. That's not even in the text box, for fuck's sake. I take it a 9 doesn't hit you, does it?
No.
Okay. Let's
Only
just try and
thing
do
that'll hit is a 19 that can match or a 20 or above.
Okay. Right, hang on a moment. Right, okay. So none of them hit you, but they are sort of surrounding you. Sort of, and you start to notice that the room is getting very fucking warm. Like the smoke is getting thick in the air around you. You sort of feel the ash in the back of your throat and the fire in your nostrils, that sort of thing. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Doriel.
Rawr.
Rare indeed.
Yes.
Doriel, the fuck is you doing?
The fuck am I doing?
Yeah, the fuck is you doing?
I move. I let go of the tent, and I'm swinging with both my hands.
Hang on a second. Who's got screaming in the background?
I assume that's Kuro.
Yep.
Right. Okay. Is there anything you need to worry about?
Nope.
No, that's just them screaming at a game or something.
Oh, reasonable. Okay. Sorry. Carry on then.
That was straight to hits.
Right. Describe it for me, if you would, please.
I take my axe, and I'm basically just going straight down. Right on top.
Roll me damage. And bear in mind it's doubled because critical.
Yep. That did
It
not
hasn't come
work.
up with a number.
That is really fucking weird. Alright, I'll just do this instead. Do the old-fashioned way.
Well, the old-fashioned way, like.
And I do believe that's it, so...
So that is 8, double that's 16. So you bring your axe down hard onto this crouching, slathering creature, and it is cleft cleanly in twain. You now have a bloodied corpse. This fucker is dead like. And there's like spurts of blood coming out from the middle. Some of it splatters onto your face. It looks quite psychotic, all things considered.
The thing is I just have a look of fear on my face. Because it did attack me, so...
It did attack you. Well, at least it jumped at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I begin grabbing the, basically my next, like, turns are gonna be grabbing, the tent again and then leaving the room, so...
You're not even going to look around at anything else in the room? You're quite happy finishing your investigation there?
Yako's my first priority. Once I get Yako patched up and and everything, I'll go back into the room, but right now it's
They're not
Yako.
doing anything, they're just spinning. They're vibing.
Yep.
I like to imagine they're sort of just spinning around slowly with a bit of a hum like they're in a fucking microwave. Yeah, just their attention.
Honestly, yeah. I can kind of imagine that because Yako did get burned.
And Yako is definitely that kind of chaotic dumbass.
Yeah.
Right, Gate, what are you doing?
With a pissed off and disappointed look on my face, I'm going to yeet this thing up and over and smash into the ground.
Okay, so you're just trying to break this poor fucker.
Yep.
Roll me strength with advantage. What with everything else going on?
Me 3.
Yep. Okay. Describe the action for me, please.
All right. So, with it in front of me, I turn my body 90 degrees, go up, over, and down.
Fair enough.
As hard as I could.
Okay.
He is going head first into that ground.
Okay, so you heft them high, slam them down, and they are fucked. Do you want to roll damage, please?
With the blades? Or cause it... How do we calculate this one? Since
Just,
it's...
let's do blades. Yep, right. As you throw them into the ground, bone breaks, armor clatters, and he basically disintegrates into a puddle at your feet. Just a pile of bits of bone debris and bits of armor. Okay?
Do I have another... Can I say one thing?
Yeah, sure.
I look at this guy in the cell. Don't fucking tempt me.
He gives you an enthusiastic thumbs up and a sort of clapping. Oh, good show, good show. That was marvelous.
I'm just over here laughing with the mic muted because I'm typing as well, so I just don't want to interrupt you guys.
Right, Zaraka, the fuck is you doing?
The fuck am I doing right? Well, I'm going to attack this guy using my bladed boots.
Oh yeah, you have the stabby shoes, don't you? Actually, do you have those yet? Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you gave them to us on this campaign. The other campaign you had us wait, but in this one you gave all of our stuff that we wanted.
Wait, didn't you? I thought you gave them to the guy to make.
Yeah, and we picked our equipment up before we came here.
Did you?
That was the whole thing. That was the whole thing. You just said instead of us role playing it out because we were short on time and in that session, we kind of like made it to where it kind of skipped the day and then we picked up their stuff and then we were plopped in front of the mansion.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Basically, that was
so
it.
all the
Unless you want to change your mind on that.
Because I don't have my fucking blade. I didn't even know about this.
Were you not paying attention?
Time where you skip.
Okay, so something wasn't communicated properly, because this is a surprise for me as well. Right, okay, Gay,
Wow.
what is the thing you fucking wanted?
A friggin' blade.
You have blades.
No, like
You have a freezing blade.
No, like a claymore two-handed blade. But it looks more like a one-handed blade next to me.
After the session, I could go back and look at the VODs.
Please.
Yeah,
Because I don't even. God damn, it's been a while.
Sorry, yeah. This is the problem with having a bunch of time off. Sorry about that.
And I think it was at the end of that campaign where you were kind of tired of us, a lot of gagging in the town for 3 full sessions. So you said, just get your stuff. We'll go to the tower.
Yeah, basically that was it.
Right, Gay. Congratulations, you have a claymore. Sorry about that.
We'll get that set up after this session, since I can tell it's going to require me to make a lot of edits to my sheet.
Yeah, sorry, man. Sorry, I don't have any response beyond that, I'm afraid.
But pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my bladed boots to not only kick the guy in front of me, but also with my acrobatic skills, jump backwards out of the doorway.
Okay. Roll me to hit, and then roll me acrobatics, please.
Okay.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
This is hit, and this is acrobatics.
Fucking hell. Okay.
Beautiful.
Right, so, absolutely stupendous. Okay, so you kick at them a few times, and the blades of your boots find sort of chinks in their armor, and you sort of slash, and bits of straw and gouts of flame sort of erupt out of its chest as you do so. And I guess using that momentum, you then pounce out of the door.
Door pounce.
And as you pounce out of the door, the pressure plate comes back up, and the test dummies stop moving. Congratulations, you've now just set a bunch of training dummies on fire.
Yeah, at least kill one.
Yeah, sure. We'll say you killed the one in front of you. You punched out his Adam's apple. It's cut in half. It just sort of crumples to the ground while the other two at least stay standing. It is fucked.
Yay!
So fucked.
Yay! I destroyed one.
You just wanted to break things, didn't you?
Yeah.
Fair enough. So yeah, well done. You guys have successfully done things.
Is this sword still stuck in my chest?
Oh no, it wasn't like stuck in. Well, I guess so. Yeah, it would still sort of be in there, but it's not like very deep. So actually no, it's not really like jammed in there. It was more just in there so that they could try and poke you with it. It sort of falls to the ground as the thing gets fucking smashed. You know?
I'm just imagining, like, for the one shot, I think I have a pretty good idea on how I'm gonna do things. So get those character sheets ready.
I imagine you're going to do things slightly more coherently than I am, because unfortunately, this is very much a mechanics-based session, and I'll be honest, when it comes to D&D, the role play is where it is. That's why I keep asking you guys to try and sort of describe what you're doing, because I could not give a fuck about mechanics.
Rawr.
Which is also kind of why Zaraka's apparently got an armor class of 19, and it's just oh well, okay then. And also why I'm just forgetting to give people items. Sorry about that, Gate. Like, I completely fucked that.
It's okay. Life of a gladiator is not really smart. I have no formal education.
You're not gay. Shut the fuck up.
Well, fuck off.
Yeah, after the sessions, I'll go back through the my VODs and I'll post the timestamp.
Okay, just please don't spend like 1,000 years on it. Like, worst comes to worst, like we'll just say that you have your items now. Okay.
It shouldn't take too long, since there wasn't that many sessions yet.
Alright, sorry, I'm working on it, Gerb. Grumble, grumble.
Well, there's been many sessions.
Yeah, alright.
I'm gonna search this desk.
You're gonna search that desk, are you?
Yep.
You find a bunch of...
Go ahead.
You find a bunch of miscellaneous papers. Nothing on there seems too terribly coherent. A lot of it's caked in dust with sort of specks of mold over it. It seems to be just some fairly dry documentation, ironically, considering the mold.
Right. Is there any keys on the body that I just early destroyed?
There's yeah, you notice like an old-fashioned sort of ring of keys, sort of great big keys caked in rust and dirt and grime, and it's about like yeah. Oh, but you notice that all the doors are basically unlocked except for the one, which has the one talking skeleton in it.
Right.
Also, sorry, be a nuisance. Would we be able to stop for now? I'm fucking really struggling to concentrate.
Alright.
Would that be alright with you guys?
Rawr.
What was the question?
Can we stop for now? Because I'm struggling to concentrate and shit. Cool beans. Because it's like 3 in the morning and but yeah. So, was the session alright?
Yes.
I got stabbed.
You did get stabbed.
If only Gate would come sooner, we could have had more time.
No, like... Right, Gate, question. Our starting time is going to be, well, the starting time was 2 hours ago. Is that going to be okay for you to do on a regular basis?
It depends. He gets off of work at 7 normally when everybody's not off.
Rosa, you're not Gate. Shush.
Oh no, they're absolutely right on that. I get off at 7 most days.
Which is about when the session starts, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right, so that's gonna cause you a bit of a problem, isn't it?
Yeah, because if I'm absolutely starving at the end of the day after my shift, there's nothing in this world that's gonna stop me from eating.
Oh, no, of course not. Fair enough. Right, because the thing is, like, starting at 2 a.m. was not doing me any favors. That was causing me a lot of fatigue, like, more so than usual. So, right, so would you be okay with half one? Would half an hour give you enough time to get some food and get you sorted and get you ready to do D&D? Would that work?
That would work.
Okay. So 1:30 in the morning or 7:30, going by your 2 times. Is that would be acceptable? Yes.
As long as I don't get like that kind of customer.
So 8:30 for me.
Keep in mind, it's not normal for me to leave, past 7. that there have been cases where I am stuck there for 45 minutes with one customer because they just does not tend to understand the basic mechanics about you take this part, you take this one off, and you put that one on with 2 screws. That's it. That's all you do. 2 screws. It comes off, it goes back on. Exactly the way you take it off. But I saw on the internet that it was done this way. I'm like,
Ross.
No, the internet
oh
is
boy.
a fucking lie.
Oh boy, I just want to just reach across that fucking counter and smack the dog shit out of them. They start arguing
I
with
would-
the fact that
I mean, reasonable.
I mean,
I would
there's.
ask him the simple question: which vehicle did you watch the video on? Because there's different vehicles.
Fucking hell. So you basically got to constantly deal with the thalidomide babies, is what I'm hearing here. Jesus, you have my
To a
condolences.
certain
at least
extent.
at least they don't have guns.
Thank fuck for
See,
that.
this is the problem with retail. You get customers that are stupid and they're retarded.
You get customers that are entitled pieces of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Case in point, one of our customers decided to booby trap their vehicle to cause bullshit for the employee, namely me, saying, "Oh, he broke my cigarette lighter." Like, bitch, your own goddamn thing came out with it. This was
Fucking
broke
hell.
before I even touched it.
Jesus.
Yeah. So if I'm changing
Why would
batteries,
you be
Because she
touching somebody's cigarette lighter?
because they refused to remove their thing, and I needed to put a computer maintainer into the plug to give the computer a charge while I remove the battery so the vehicle doesn't break and cost them $500 to get reprogrammed. By policy. When the customer refuses, well, we still got to plug it in some way or another, or not change the battery at all, which isn't the case.
God.
Well, changing the battery is a courtesy. It's not a requirement.
I take it this isn't one of those things where you can just deck the offending
We can't
customer,
say no.
can you? Okay, so you can say yes, but punch them. I mean,
They also
just
call it
saying,
giving them the
you could.
pickle.
I mean, I thought you
Why-
didn't
why
like
do
them.
you-
Why would you want to give them your pickle?
Why do you want to tickle their pickle, you sicko?
No, it's literally called giving them the pickle for customer service.
What?
Right.
I never heard of that one.
That's because Home Depot doesn't have the guy that made the thing.
Okay. Fair enough, so shenanigans, basically.
Corporate shenanigans.
Oh, fucking corporate shenanigans. The worst kind of shenanigans, because it can't even pretend to be sexy. Sorry. Anyway.
Here we go.
Right.
Hold up, I got the video right here.
Right, I'm gonna head off for now, because I'm gonna go and get some much needed sleep, alright?
Okay.
You take care of yourselves, okay?
Sleepy, 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 sleepy.
Many sleepies. Feel free to join me if you want. Ooh, winky face and all that crap.
Here you go. That's literally the
Ah.
video that we were forced to watch.
Oh, Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Give them the pickle.
Yep.
Anyway, good night, you lot.
Good night.
I think that video is kind of old fashioned then. So since you're streaming there, Celeste, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? Hello?
I might play a little bit of Fire Emblem. I just need to stop streaming and then get it switched over.
Maybe you can
Yeah.
stream while you play Fire Emblem.
What?
Maybe you can stream while you play Fire Emblem.
That was the point. I just need to switch it so I can change the stream info and stuff. And it will be a separate video. Or it will be like a separate stream.
Right. You hear that, people? Don't leave. She'll be right back. After these messages from the RAR.
But I shall. That I shall.